So you've just bought yourself a new motorcycle. New or used, doesn't matter, but it's amazing how fast that new motorcycle can go from your number one source of pleasure to your number one source of frustration. What kind of frustration am I talking about? I am talking about the frustration of your motorcycle breaking down, because I'm dealing with an exact issue at this moment. What's up, Motopilot? But I got some things to tell you guys that you can help to protect yourself and how to deal with these situations. And keep in mind, this is my own personal experience. Everybody will have their own experiences, but in general, your bike breaking down can be a tough thing to deal with. And I'm going to talk about my experiences with both new and used bikes. Let me start with my used bike. I've only bought one used street bike in my whole life, and it's I still have it, and it's my 2004 Honda VFR 800. I bought that bike about 7 years ago. Oh, I almost went through that light too. I can tell you this, I logged, that bike has over 100,000 miles on it, and guess how many problems I had with it the whole time I owned it? None. Not one breakdown, not one time going to the dealership. Amazing machine, but maybe I just got lucky, maybe it's the bike. All right, let's go to my new bikes. I bought two bikes in 2016. The one I'm on now, the Suzuki GSX S1000F. Mostly speaking, this bike has been trouble-free, but I did have a pretty major issue that continued on for months, and it's something that you would never expect in a new bike. All right, see this right here? This is the key that turns it on and off. Obviously, this is like a defective part on this bike, and I literally went through, what happens is it eventually seizes up and you can't turn the key. And what happened is I went through 4 of them before Suzuki finally came up with an upgraded version. Luckily, everything was under warranty, and you know, it was paid for. But imagine if this bike was out of warranty and I had to pay for that every time. Literally, it was $500 to change this out. Not only because this one needed to be changed, but you also have to do the gas cap, and you have to do the lock for the passenger seat. $500. This is my 4th one. Basically, that's the only problem I've had with this bike, and I think I'm at around 40,000 miles. Pretty crazy, right? Now, my other bike is my 2016 Aprilia RSV4. Whoa, people. If you're gonna do it, do it. I'm going through an issue with that right now. Let me tell you about it. About 2 weeks ago, I noticed coolant on top of the motor, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. I better take it into the shop. I take it in, and they find out that it's got some defective parts, and one of them is a water hose, then there's a relay, and then there's the cooling fans weren't working, most likely because of the relay. Well, here's where the frustration sets in. Even though the bike is under warranty on my extended warranty, they have the hose, they can get the relay, but the fans that I need, the radiator fans, are nowhere in existence. None in the United States, none in Italy, and no ETA when they'll have any. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? I have no idea when I'm going to get my bike back, and the bike's already been in the shop for 2 weeks, so needless to say, it's pretty frustrating. Fortunately, I have this bike here to get me to work and back. Otherwise, I'd be really upset right now. So I guess what I'm saying is, whether your bike is new or used, you never know when it's going to bite you and break down on you. The best thing you can do, I look at it this way, I always buy the extended warranty on my new bikes, both my Suzuki here and my Aprilia. I paid extra for the extended warranty, and I'm glad I did, because I don't normally do the extended warranty on things I buy. Luckily, I've been covered. But here's the weird part with my warranty. The warranty will not cover the water hose, which is only about 3 inches long, and it costs over $200 to replace. Yes, $200 to replace a hose. Now, a lot of that is labor. I think the hose itself is around $8, and the rest of that money is labor, because it's hard to get at, you know, it's where it's located. So I told them, oh, so luckily for me, I have a lot of industry contacts, and I was able to find me the fans I need for my motor, and they're OEM, they're not aftermarket. But the problem is, I had to pay for them, and I'm telling you right now, it was about $135, which is the normal price. I didn't get a deal, but I'm not going to wait for Aprilia to finally one day get these fans in, because I have no idea when that's going to be. They don't even know. So I was willing to pay the $135 to get the fans just to get my bike back. I'm actually not too upset about that, because the shop my bike's at said, I told them, I said, you know what, I'll replace the water hose myself. I'm not paying $200 for that. And they said, well, we're already digging into the bike, we'll replace the hose for free. So that's a $200 expense I could have had to pay that I no longer have to pay. So there is light at the end of the tunnel for my RSV4. It should be done next week, just in time for the Moto Vlogger meetup. So that's August 25th. I believe it's at 2 o'clock. Google SCMM 2018. There's a website, all the information's in there. Let's get back to the bikes. All right, so let's say you have a used bike. You just bought a used bike and it doesn't come with a warranty. That's only if you buy a new bike. What are you gonna do? Well, there's not much you can do except keep your fingers crossed that it doesn't break down and you don't have to take it in and it costs a lot of money, because it seems like everything costs a lot of money. But here's the perspective you should have. Consider that you just saved thousands of dollars over a new bike, and just say, okay, well, I'm gonna take that money that I saved and consider, like, if the bike breaks down, that money, you know, is money that you saved in the purchase of the bike. That's all you really can do. So I guess there's just two simple things. Buy a new bike, get the extended warranty. Buy a used bike, just whatever money you saved on the purchase, use that toward fixing the bike. Now let me say this, I am by no means bashing Aprilia. What's up, dude? I love my RSV4. It's my, I would have, there's no other bike I'd rather have. We're just going through a little phase right now. And you know, if you're gonna buy an Aprilia, an Italian machine, whether it's an Aprilia, Ducati, MV Agusta, you buy that bike knowing that you're taking a gamble that there's probably gonna have more issues than most bikes, than the Japanese bikes. They're more finicky, they have more finicky electronics. You know, who would think the fans in the relay would go out at only 10,000 miles? But I was willing to take that gamble, and you know, I knew what I was getting into. I knew the bike, everything about the bike's more expensive. Just changing, having the wheels pulled off and tires put on costs more money, because you know, they have to put more care into working on the bike. But I will say this, on Facebook, I am a member on multiple motorcycle related sites. I'm on the let's see, the just 1000cc bikes. I'm on a Suzuki page, and I'm on a Yamaha R1 page. And I can tell you this, I read the comments, they all pop up on my feed, and a lot of guys with those Suzukis and Yamahas are having problems too. This isn't exclusive to Aprilia by any means. So don't think just because you're buying a Japanese bike that you're scot-free without problems. So I felt like this was a good time to make this video because of what I've been dealing with for the last 2 weeks. Wanted to bring some information to you guys about the whole, you know, about that aspect, and hopefully it helps you, you know, deal with what you might be dealing with one day, because I'll tell you what, it is no fun. It's just kind of strange that my new bikes are giving me way more trouble than my used bike that had a lot of miles on it. Hats off to the Honda VFR 800, man. That bike was bike of the year for every year they made it. It was bike of the year. So once again, extended warranty, and use the money you saved on buying your used bike to pay for the repairs. That's about it, man. All right, man, I gotta grab me some lunch. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thumbs up on the video if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys next Monday.